Your boss loves you. Your coworkers love you. You never cause drama. And it's the exact reason you are financially falling behind. In fact, being nice is statistically costing you over $1 million over your lifetime. Today, I'm going to show you the exact math behind what I call the politeness penalty, and how weaponizing a ruthless 500-year-old rule from Machiavelli is the only way to fix your bank account. My name is Nick, and I spend way too much time thinking about the psychology of money and why smart, hardworking people stay broke. If you're someone who is exhausted from doing everything right but still falling behind financially, make sure to hit that subscribe button. But before I show you the Machiavelli framework, we need to look at the disturbing data hiding in your paycheck right now. Here's what most people don't realize. Your personality traits are directly correlated to your income. And I don't mean this in a vague, self-help kind of way. I mean hard data. A massive study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology tracked workers across different industries. They measured them on the Big 5 personality traits. What they found was shocking. Listen to this. 70% of people who actually ask for a raise get one. But nice people are 40% less likely to ever even ask. Men who measured high in agreeableness, meaning they were cooperative, warm, and compliant, earned significantly less than men who were disagreeable. How much less? About $10,000 less per year on average. For women, the penalty was also there. Now, you might be thinking, Nick, 10 grand a year sucks, but it's not the end of the world. No. Let's do the math. Because this is a finance channel, and we need to look at the compound effect of being a pushover. Let's say you start your career at 25. Because you're agreeable, you don't negotiate your starting salary, and you miss out on that $10,000 difference. But it's not just $10,000 once, it's $10,000 every single year. If, instead of being nice, you had been disagreeable, meaning you negotiated hard, demanded your worth, and invested that extra $10,000 every year into a basic S&P 500 index fund returning a conservative 8%. By the time you're 55, that money doesn't just equal $300,000. Thanks to compound interest, that politeness penalty costs you $1.13 million. Let that sink in. Your desire to be liked by your boss, a boss who will replace you in a week if you drop dead, is literally costing you $1 million net worth. This is where it gets really interesting. Because to fix this, we have to look at a playbook the ultra-wealthy have been using since 1513. Niccolò Machiavelli didn't write The Prince for normal people. He wrote it for elites who wanted to monopolize power. And his most famous rule is this: it is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both. Now, I am not telling you to become a psychopath. I'm not telling you to go to the office tomorrow and start threatening people. In the modern financial world, feared doesn't mean physical fear. It means respected. It means having boundaries so firm that people are afraid to cross them. Here is a harsh truth you need to swallow today. Being difficult is actually a highly profitable skill. When you are nice, you are trying to be loved. You want the client to love you, so you give them a discount. You want your friends to love you, so you pick up the dinner tab even though you're in credit card debt. You want your family to love you, so you loan your cousin $2,000 that you know you are never getting back. The nice guy is like free trial software. Everyone uses it, everyone likes it, but nobody actually values it because it didn't cost them anything. People who build wealth do not optimize for being loved. They optimize for respect. A client might not love that you charge $150 an hour and refuse to give discounts, but they will respect your authority, and they will pay it. We've talked about your career, but let's talk about your personal life, because being nice is probably bleeding you dry on the weekends too. I call this the social tax. Imagine you go out to dinner with 6 friends. You order a salad and a water because you're on a budget and trying to invest your money. Your friends order ribeye steaks, 4 bottles of wine, and appetizers. At the end of the night, the bill is $800. Someone says, Let's just split it evenly. That's over $130 a person. Your meal cost $25. Let me ask you directly, how much of your current credit card debt is from trying to impress people who don't even pay your bills? What does the nice person do? They smile, hand over their credit card, and silently boil with resentment on the drive home while paying 24% interest on that swipe. What does the disagreeable person do? The Machiavellian? They say, I just had the salad. I'll put down $30 for my portion and tip. Will there be an awkward silence? Yes. Will someone roll their eyes? Maybe. But here is the psychological shift you need to make. Why are you more worried about their temporary discomfort than you are about your own financial survival? When you agree to split that bill, you aren't being generous, you are being cowardly. You are paying a $100 fee just to avoid 15 seconds of social friction. Wealthy people do not pay friction fees. Now you might be thinking, okay Nick, I get it. I need to stop being a pushover. But how do I actually do it without getting fired or losing all my friends? I'm going to give you 3 actionable steps to start weaponizing the Machiavelli rule today. Step 1 is easy to implement, but step 3 is going to feel completely unnatural, and it's the one that will actually make you rich. Number 1, the 24-hour delay. Agreeable people have a knee-jerk reaction to say yes. Can you work this weekend? Yes. Can you lower your freelance rate? Yes. Can I borrow $50? Yes. From now on, your default answer is, let me check my schedule and get back to you. You buy yourself 24 hours to let the emotional pressure fade, so you can make a logical, cold financial decision. Number 2, the uncomfortable silence. In any financial negotiation, whether you are buying a car or asking for a raise, he who speaks first loses. When do you name your price? Or you ask for $80,000 instead of $65,000, shut up. Do not apologize. Do not say, but I'm flexible. Just look them in the eye and endure the silence. The nice person talks to fill the void and ends up negotiating against themselves. The respected person lets the silence do the heavy lifting. Number 3, establish a walk-away fund. You cannot be disagreeable if you are desperate. If you live paycheck to paycheck, your boss owns you. You have to be nice or you starve. This is why you need a 6-month emergency fund. I don't call it an emergency fund, I call it walk-away money. When you have $20,000 sitting in a high-yield savings account, your entire posture changes. You stop asking for permission and you start stating your terms, because the worst-case scenario is that you just walk away. Look, the system relies on you being agreeable. The banks want you to politely accept their 0.01% interest rates. Car dealerships want you to politely focus on the monthly payment instead of the total loan cost. Your employer wants you to politely accept inflation-losing wages. If you want to escape the financial matrix that 99% of people are stuck in, you have to stop playing the game by their rules. You have to get a little cold. You have to prioritize your future self over the temporary feelings of the people around you. Choose respect over love when it comes to your money. If this video hit home for you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Don't forget to subscribe, and remember, wealth isn't built by the nice guys, it's built by the strategic ones. I'll see you in the next one.